welcome back to Baseline Car Channel. Let's go work on a Mustang! Ow! In today's episode, we're going to be digging more into a Mustang. You guys remember this thing? This thing is awesome. It's supposed to be projected 1,000 horsepower car. We don't know if it's 1,000 horsepower yet until we fix it. As of right now, we want to get into the bottom of it. We want to see what survived, what didn't. It looks like a black charcoal, coal burn up engine. That's all it looks like right now, but I'm sure if we get into it inside and then we dig in inside, we're probably gonna find a lot of interesting stuff. What's there, what's done, what survived, what did not. And today our goal is to take off everything on the front and hopefully get to the engine. We want to clear up everything around the engine as much as possible before we pull the engine and transmission out, and just inspect it all and clean it all and change all the gaskets and seal. So this is where we're gonna get into it. Let's get on it. Alright guys, so check this out. We got the intercooler out, we got the tank reservoir or radiator reservoir tank out, we got reinforcement bar out, and we got a boost pipe out as well. Looks like this thing actually, could be reused. I'm probably just gonna clean it up, powder coat it or spray paint it, and that's it. The clamps are all good. The boot, I mean, it melted on top, but believe it or not, it's actually all good on the inside. Same thing with the intercooler. Take a look on the inside. You guys see the sensor right there? See if the camera could capture it. There's a sensor right there, a boost pressure sensor. It's actually all good. It's all good. It's not melting on the inside. The only thing that I could see is this hole. I don't know what caused this to pop out, but I'm pretty sure I could weld it like this, aluminum welded. I don't see any other damage on it. On this side, the bracket is a little bent because somebody pushed it on the bottom, but overall it looks fine. I don't know if this thing survived or not. I'll have to check it, clean it, check it, make sure it's all good. But this thing seems to be like a $1,500 part, so I don't think I want to replace it. I'd rather repair it and try it and see if it works. If it doesn't work, then I'll replace it. Looks pretty good. I'm glad it's all good and somewhat survived. Right now what we got here, we gotta take the supercharger probably off, intake manifold, and you guys will see. Actually, before it all, let's see if we can take this whole support off. Yeah, I think so. I think we're gonna bolt it over here and just take this whole support off, and that way we're gonna have a full access to the engine and we can work on it. Let's get on it. So guys, check this out. We moved this upper radiator support and we have a full engine bay all to ourselves, like it's all exposed. We have a little carbon fiber lip. Looks like we had a carbon fiber lip underneath. Some kind of carbon fiber that just got burned up. But look at this. I cut all these wires and we have all this space to work on the engine. I also removed this charge pipe, a boost pipe. I don't know if this thing is any good. If you guys know how to test these things or what to check in them or maybe how to service them, I would really appreciate if you guys send me any updates. This is Turbo Smart race part. Here we go. I would really appreciate any guidance you can give me on these, because I have no idea what I'm doing with these. I never worked on these. But here we got a supercharger, pro charger. By the way, I apologize. Last time on the previous video, I called this a supercharger. This is a pro charger. It actually says over here. It's because both of them make, both of them make boost. It's just one of them sits on top, another one sits on the side. That's what kind of difference between them. But anyways, right now I'm probably gonna start removing these lines, the nitros lines, disconnect the wire harness, trying to get this thing off, and maybe valve covers. Trying to clear up this area and see what we can see underneath. Let's get on it. Alright guys, so check this out. We got, this is actually a throttle body cover. See, barely melted on top, like the chip inside is still good. But obviously we're gonna replace this as a throttle body, and this is a nitro plate. Nitro plate is still good. The solenoids will need to be replaced. Everything else seems alright. I mean, I don't see a reason to replace. I'm gonna replace this coupler, throttle body. I'm gonna make sure this throttle body is to its full potential. Maybe we can get a bigger one, or maybe if this one's already ported or something, which I will have to check, then I'll just replace this cover and this should be all good. I mean, it looks fine to me. All right, now let's get to the supercharger. Supercharger, here it is. Oh, ProCharger it is. The pulley's all right. I mean, it looks actually okay. It looks dark, but it's all right. So we're gonna probably just drain the oil and do all the inspection, the regular stuff, clean it up and see if we could, you know, service ourselves. If we can't service ourselves, we're gonna send it out and get it serviced. But as far as this, it's all good. I'm very happy with this. Let's get to this point. I'm gonna try to get intake first right now, and then valve covers. But you guys see how it's all clearing up. The wire harness, I mean, fuse box is all loosened up, so I'm just probably gonna chop off the wires. ECM, also engine control module, which is over here, also a toast. I'll see if I cut these wires and see if I can get any numbers off of it, so I, you know, can match it, or I'll have to probably match it by part number. Everything else seems great. I mean, this survived. Water pump seems to be alright. These pulley, this one looks like it needs to be replaced. This is a supercharger pulley. I mean, a lot of this stuff is actually not as bad as I looked in the pictures. These nitros lines look fine. I mean, look at it. They're still alright. Probably gonna replace them either way, but I'm saying, you know, they still look fine. So let's get on it. Let's keep moving. Guys, check this out. I pulled the fuel rail out and it looks good. And what I could tell from the caps, look at this. It says ID 1300X. So that's good. That's 1300. That's enough of injectors power to add. These are adapters for the Mustang. All lines look alright. They don't look burned up, except on this side. You can see right here. This is the return line, and I'm pretty sure that's what failed. This will probably, you know, cause all the fire, because this is the only part that's melted and it was connected on the regular hose. Everything else seems okay, just needs to be tightened up. You see all these brackets, fasteners, but everything else looks all right to me. I mean, we're just gonna clean it, probably send these out to clean them up. But I mean, check it out. That's at least 1,500 bucks worth of money that we're saving by not buying the new ones. That's good. If these things gonna work, that's gonna be great. And it looks like these things gonna work, because they don't look melted or anything like that. So that's really good news for us. But right now I'm gonna take off the air intake and then valve covers. Let's keep going. Alright guys, so check this out. This is the intake manifold. We just took this thing off. It has some plastic liner inside, but the seals underneath look alright. This thing just melted because it's in the behind of the engine region, so you know, it got a little melted. But I mean, the good part about it, the injector ports are not melted, so that's a good thing. That means the injectors didn't get enough heat to melt inside. That's really good. So this thing is a toast. I'm gonna buy a new throttle body and all that stuff. That's not gonna be a problem. Just throw this thing away. But check this out, guys. You guys see this valves? I don't know if you can see if there's enough light. Yeah, you can see a little bit. You see there's some debris that fell inside, right here. I'm trying to capture this thing for you guys, but it's really hard to see. Even over here, there's some pipe that fell in, the rubber seal or whatever. This one's rusted, has a little bit of water. Basically, it has a whole bunch of debris inside, and if I did want to turn the engine, like initially I wanted to check if it spins, I would have dropped all this debris inside the engine, which would have been a good idea. So that's good that I did not turn this engine. What I'm gonna do right now is blow this stuff out and then probably tape it on top. And then after that, if I inspect this and everything is good on this side, I could probably try to turn the engine and see if it works. Keep moving. Alright guys, so check this out. After I remove these valve covers, not valve covers, this is actually coil covers, things that go on top of this. You can see that the coil is actually all good. All of these 4 coils are not melted at all. So I just chopped the wires off because I'm going to be replacing this either way, so I'm just chopping this stuff off. Same thing over here. I disconnected the coils. They all look good. Just the cover on top of them that got melted. So I'm pretty sure the spark plugs and everything else inside is also just fine. But yeah, this thing got melted. Here's the bad news about it. That this thing, the valve cover itself, got melted and it has a timing chain underneath. And I'm pretty sure some of the debris, some of these plastics fell underneath and most likely caused some kind of, you know, contamination. I don't want to take risk on, you know, this thing skipping. So what I'm probably gonna do, I'm gonna take off all this accessories over here on the side. Just prepare the engine for removal and probably try to pull this engine out. Once I pull the engine out, I'll take these covers off, this and this cover off. Probably take even the front cover off for the timing. Just clean up everything, make sure everything is good. Hopefully I won't have to do that, but if I have to do that, I will do that. But I don't want to take this cover off right now. The reason is, if I'm going to be pulling the engine out, some of the debris or whatever stuff might fall inside the engine. So I don't want to take chances with that. I'm just going to tape it up over here, tape up that, and just probably going to work my way around to pull the whole engine out with the transmission. Alright guys, so that would be it for this episode on the working on the Mustang. We're done stripping everything on the front. The next step is to pull the engine out, to physically pull the engine out and the transmission. And that's what me and Daniel are going to do next in the next episode. As for today, I think we did really good. We removed everything that we needed. We saw that the injectors are pretty good. They're not burned up, so that's a good saver for us. We removed everything that we were suspecting it could be probably damaged, and it is. Also, me and Daniel are probably going to clean up those parts and see, you know, if we need to salvage any of these parts or we need to buy new ones. But stay tuned. Comment in the section below how much you think I paid for this thing. I think I paid a really good price for this thing. I mean, considering that it's burned up and all this, I still think I paid a really good price because it is a built engine. It has a lot of goodies. It has at least $5 grand worth of stuff on it, you know, as a mods. At least 5 to 7 grand. So that's really good. In the next episode, we're gonna pull the engine out, swap everything out, clean up the engine bay, swap everything in the engine bay that has to do with the engine bay, and then probably pop the engine back in. We'll see how much we can get it done. But as for right now, thanks for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and also share with your buddies. Anybody that has a Mustang, share this video with them. I really appreciate you guys watching. Till the next one. Peace.